We're at the Dare to Dream Racing Stables with Piet Botha, chatting about their runners at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on Tuesday, the 18th of June. Piet, busy day for you on Tuesday. Starting out with race 4, the 1400 metre open maiden. You are sending out King of the Seas. He's got the 9 draw, Keenan Stain on board. He has had 2 starts in Cape Town to date, and you sent him out over a mile last time, just dropping down to the 14 here. What can you tell us about him?
Look, I think he's definitely gotten stronger and fitter now. Just not quite exactly where I would like him to be yet. I'm happy that he's making improvement and that, but there is still more improvements in that to come. So I'm hoping for a good run. I think if he had a better draw and could have had a slightly easier race, we could have maybe hoped for him to be in the placings. From this draws where he is at the moment, he's going to need a lot of luck in the running to be competitive in this field, I think. If I'm wrong and he surprises me, that's great. He's very well within himself. I just don't think that he's quite where he needs to be yet.
Okay. In race 5, the 1950 Open Maiden, you're sending out 2 runners here, Style Icon and Jovial. So Style Icon has the 12 draw, Devon Ashby on board, and 56.5. Just come to you from Mike Miller not so very long ago. And then Jovial, unfortunately, didn't crack a draw this time. So what are you expecting from these 2?
Okay, so Style Icon, she ran the other day, and I expected a much better run from her because in work she's a very nice action filly. Covers quite a lot of ground and surprised me a little bit in her work. But when she ran, she was so lost around the left-hand turn and didn't handle it too well. So we decided to just give her another run and maybe try different tactics this time round and be a little bit more conservative with her and try and get her to learn to do things the right way. Nice filly going forward. I just don't think quite ready today. And Jovial unfortunately got scratched last time. He was very, very well, I thought, and wasn't quite the right race for him, but very well. It's a bit hard because you've got to try and keep him at that same level now going into this race. At the moment he's working well and he seems to be in a very good space. Quite unfortunate about the draw because I think he's in the right race this time where he could be competitive. So a horse that you'll probably have to include in all your bets in that, but also going to need a bit of luck in the running.
Then race 6, the 1800 metre class 4 for fillies and mares, you're sending out Flight Display. Again, hasn't had the best of the draws here, 11 out of 12. Keenan Stain on board, and she does have the 53 though. So also new from Mike Miller, and you're just sending her out over a little bit further. How's she been settling in, and what can you tell us about her?
So she's a filly that's improving all the time. Every week she just gets a little bit better. I don't think that she's quite at her best yet. She needed to strengthen up quite a lot. So this run is just like another run to bring her on. I think she's going to run a much better race this time round. I doubt very much that she can be competitive in this field. I don't want to say that she won't be. But I'm not expecting her to be. But I do think that she's going to run a much better race. She has definitely gotten stronger and better, and I know that there's a lot more to come from her.
Then race 7, again 2 in this one. So it's a 1400 metre class 5. You're saddling Nile the Boss, 2 draw, Louis Mtotwa on board, and then Just Var, who has the 11 draw, and Keenan Stain on board. What can you tell us about these 2?
So Nile the Boss, she hasn't been with us that long. She's had the 2 runs for us, but they've been quite quick. And last time it was just way too quick for her. She ran in the 1,000 meters and it was way too quick for her. So that's why we've gone for the 1400. Luckily she's drawn well. She's working very well. She's definitely settled in very, very nicely in the yard, and seems to be getting better every week as well. So she could run a good race. I'm expecting a very nice run from her. Just Var, I think it's still going to be a little bit short for him. He's had a few runs now for us already, and he's been improving all the time. The right race just hasn't come along yet. But very happy with the improvement that he showed last time when we went around the turn for the first time with him, and I think he's probably going to want a little bit further going forward. But we decided to give him another run over the 1400, and I think he's going to run a decent race, but not quite ready to be competitive yet.
And then race 9. You again got 2 here. Question of Faith, who got the 1 draw, Keenan Stain on board, and then Escarpment, 9 draw, Sean Veal on board. What are you looking forward to from these 2?
So Question of Faith last time had his first run for us. It was in 1,000 meters, and he missed the break a little bit and was just never part of the race. So that run was pretty much just a waste of time, really. So we're giving him another run, now in the 1200, and we've taken him to the pens to try and see if we can get him out a little bit quicker. I think if he jumps well and he can be a part of the race, hoping for like a midfield run. I just want to see a little bit of improvement from him, and then we can step him up from there. Escarpment, he won a very nice race last time. He beat Mighty Mac, which is running in this race again with Richard up, and I think with Richard in the saddle, the way he's riding at the moment, and the turnaround in weights in Mighty Mac's favour, he's obviously going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. But Escarpment's pretty well. Unfortunately, he's a horse with issues, and we can never really do much with him going into a race, and never really send him into a race 100% fit like you would like to. We always got to nurse him into every race and hope that he comes back well from it. So I'm just hoping for the same type of thing here. He's an honest horse, I think, so he'll run a good, honest race, and he'll be there and thereabouts. Whether he can win it or not is obviously going to be a bit tough. A lot of weight to carry. But I think he's got to have a chance. So one of those horses again that you obviously can't banker, but you got to include in all your bets.